Hey, how you guys doing? You got here Slick Rick, and it is time for a long form video of our Halong Bay cruise. Now, we are taking V Spirit Cruises. Now, we got the 2 days, 1 night trip. The reason why is because the 3-day, 2-night trip, it was fully booked. So if you guys want to do this, I suggest you plan ahead. We did this last minute, so we were lucky to be able to book the 2-day, 1-night trip. Now, they picked us up at 8 a.m. from the Old Quarter. It took about 2.5 hour drive from Old Quarter to the port. Now, from the port to the ship, it took about another 25 minutes. And I have to say is that you get what you pay for, because I've seen some horror stories on social media and they'd say that they would never do this again. It's a tourist trap. But I would have to say that this is money well spent. Now, you'll see the reason why. Now, we had a tour guide with us, Hip, so thank you very much, Hip, for taking care of us, and Captain Henry of V Spirit Cruises for making this an enjoyable time. Now, this is the area where all the ships pick up the passengers and they drop them off in their respective ships. And I have to say is that, you know what, it is smooth sailing from port all the way to the ship. Took about 25 minutes to get to the ship. And if you guys are wondering if you can get seasick, well, we based it upon Ging, and she does have trouble. She does get seasick, but for this one, she did not feel that at all. So here's our welcome from the V Spirit Cruise crew, and now we are headed up to the dining area. Now, in the dining area, this is where we're going to actually get everything what we're going to be doing today. So this is the corridor on the second floor of the V Spirit ship, and it is leading into this wonderful dining area. And as soon as we boarded, lunch was already prepared. But of course, before we had lunch, they gave us the itinerary for our 2-day, 1-night stay. And I think a majority of the people that we were there with were doing the 2-day, 1-night tour. So this is where everything is served. Of course, this is where they actually have other things that happen. So this is the welcome drink that they provided. Really good. So everything is all in. Now, of course, if you want to buy alcohol, that's another price. But hey, you know what? It is super, super, super affordable. And so this is what they have for the dinner. But you know what? Let's check out the room. Now, if you guys are wondering, this is where we are staying. This is the executive suite. So let's take a look around the executive suite. Now, this is good for at least 3 people. So we have the main bed here. They added an extra bed at the end of the bed. So that's where Archer would sleep. Of course, it has its own air condition. Yeah, all the rooms are actually aircon, so don't worry, you'll be fine. It has a refrigerator. It also has a private terrace. Now, this is the bathroom. Bathroom is beautiful. Of course, you got your shower, toilet, sink. It's a wet room, so don't worry, it's going to be okay. Now, the bathtub over there is actually a jacuzzi too. So you get that. You get the bathtub jacuzzi combination. So that's pretty nice. This is actually towards the back of the ship. All right. So, of course, it does come with amenities, toothbrush, just in case you didn't bring your toothbrush, then that's fine. There is soap, there is conditioner. Now, let's move on over to the private terrace. Of course, there are 2 sunbeds and outdoor table setting. So, just in case if you want to invite your friends over, yep, you can have them here. You guys can go drinking, but you know what? You might as well go up to the top of the ship. The reason why is because the top deck is beautiful and man, it's just overlooking everything. But I actually spent the last stay here and just chilling right before we actually got off the boat. So this is the view from the private deck. All right, so enough of our room. Let's move on over to, of course, the Taides room. Now, this one is actually pretty special, is because just in case you have a big family or you're a big group, you can have connecting rooms. So this is the junior suite connecting triple. So it is 108 and 1010. So you'll see how much bigger this room is. Of course, double bed, single bed right there. And it does have a private balcony with outdoor table seating. Of course, the whole ship is hardwood floors, and it is beautiful. I mean, just the aesthetic alone, man, the ship is nice. So this is the connecting room. Now, it's actually the same. The room just mirrors each other, and it does have its own ensuite bathroom. And here we go. Let's check out the bathroom. So you guys don't have to share your bathroom if you're with your friends. So it is a wet floor concept. So there you go. All right. And now we have the bathtub. Now the bathtub is just a bathtub. So no jacuzzi. That's only available in the executive suite. Now this is your access to your balcony. Of course, there's chairs. As you can see, that's the other side. That's the other room right there. So you guys can relax here, have some coffee if you want to. Make it a nice morning. You can open up your curtains as soon as you wake up, and it is a beautiful scene. It's picture perfect actually when you see it. So let's see the other side of the room. Like I said, it is actually just mirrors each other. So here's the toilet, shower, and of course you have your sink and your bathtub. So there you go. So this one, once again, is the junior suite connecting triple, and it's good for at least 6 people. But if you want to, I guess if you have smaller kids, you can probably fit 8, 4 and 4 in each room. So everyone's going to be comfortable. A lot of space to be shared. Now, moving on from our room, as you can see that really quick, that was the massage room, but we're going up to the top deck of the ship. So this is where you guys can actually hang out, have happy hour, and if you just want to lie down, you can lie down. Now, this deck area is where we did Tai Chi the next morning, so it was pretty nice, especially with the view, and it's just the silence of the bay. It just hits differently. So they got a lot of tables, a lot of chairs. This is the bar, just in case if you want to do, like I said, have your happy hour, do a sunset party. This is something that you can think about and maybe set up an event if you want to. We were actually saying is that if you were to have like a private wedding reception, man, just getting this ship alone, it is a different experience. All right, now first order of business at 3 p.m. It is time to explore the Bright Cave on a traditional rowing bamboo boat. And this was actually pretty cool because they take a little, fast boat to the port where all these boats are. And it was nice because there wasn't too many people when we got there. So it was really, really good. And it is 8 people per boat. So we were 7, so we had our own boat. So it's really cool. Now, the local who is rowing is actually a great photographer. He knows what he's doing. He can, he can make it fun for you if you want to just spin around and do that. They won't spin around fast. Trust me, they won't spin around fast, but they can go in circles. But it was a nice little experience. And here it is. This is the Bright Cave. And now you know why this is a UNESCO site, is because just the sheer beauty of it, and everywhere you look, it's just wow. It's just awe-inspiring. And as soon as you get into the cave, you look up and let's enjoy this. Back to the little port, and after the bamboo experience, it is free swimming in the bay. Now it's nice is because they set up this little net area. This net area, it's about 4 feet, so you can touch the ground. There's a netting right there, or if you want to, you can swim outside, but what's required is that you do have a life vest. Now everyone just put on the life vest, all the kids put on the life vest, and it was nice. And after that, it's time for dinner. But we'd like to say thanks to the guys of V Spirit. Last minute, it said it was Ging's birthday. They got a cake, and it's nice. And now they got one of the traditional ways of cooking shrimp. And this was actually a cool experience. Don't worry, the ship won't get on fire because they've been doing this for the longest time. So it was actually a cool experience to see. And everyone enjoyed it. So it was interesting. So after that, dinner is served, buffet style, and right after dinner, they had a little karaoke party, Archer getting into it, and of course, squid fishing. Now the next day, bright and early, it is time to kayak. So this is Archer's first time to kayak, actually paddle, because he's done it before in El Nido, but he said he wanted to go out there, wanted to kayak, so I said, sure, you know what, this is one of those experiences that we have to do. At first he was scared, but he said, hey, let's do it. So game. After that, we had some brunch, and we did have a little cooking experience. So we got to make some rolls. Right after brunch, it's time to head back to the port, make our way back to the old quarter. Don't forget, if you book with them, it is pick up and drop off. So that's the nice part about it. And if you guys want to, this is definitely 100% a slick pick. This is something that your family has to do. 2 days, 1 night, it was a bit in, but I feel that the 3-day, 2-night would just be perfect. So what are you guys waiting for? Why don't you book your tour now with V Spirit Cruises? So thank you very much to Hip, to Captain Henry, making this one of the best experiences we had. Yeah, man.